Perfect. Okay. Now, I looked at your reading interest inventory. Does Mom not take you to the public library, or you just don't?
She only takes me a couple times.
Yeah?
We don't usually go there.
And you don't always get books when you go, huh?
No.
That's okay. Now, your teacher, does she recommend that you get books out of the school library?
Mostly.
Mostly. And you get books out of the school library for what?
I guess school libraries. For AR.
Yeah, for AR. Okay. Do you know what level your AR books are supposed to be?
I think it's like 5.7.
5.7?
Or like 3.7.
3.7. I'm going to ask Mrs. Dupaski when I go in there, and I'll see what your range is supposed to be, and then we can work on that, okay? All right. Go.
Pack, matter, hang, center, chew, rule, pound, danger, force, history, spend, wisdom, mind, adventure, mental, abhor, fault, pilot, usually, through.
Okay, try this one.
Brave, top, it, follow, gold, front, family, knock, count, smell, afraid, dawn, silver, face, visit, mountain, track, pile, bin, bean, and through.
Try that one.
Thunder, friendship, cricket, yesterday, dozen, telescope, whisker, skunk, amount, natural, level, husky, sight, distance, hunger, feature, medicine, ashamed, sadly, anxious.
Okay, I don't want you to stop to sound them out. I want you to just to say what you see, okay? Try this list.
Bragg College, tend, ditch, bully, journal, public, goblin, ransom,
Keep
remarkable,
going.
ankle, Scott, gym, education, darling, muscle, pouch, barley, petticoat, and vitamin. Trail, stream, beach, snake, lift, cabin, bless, rooster, journey, treasure, hero, beyond, mon, glitter, impossible, shut, island, mange, receive, automobile,
Go back up to number 2.
string,
Good. Number 9.
Journey. Journey.
There you go. How about number 13?
Moan.
Good. Number 18.
Manage.
Excellent. And finally, number 20.
Automobile. Automobile.
Okay, next list, buddy.
Stove. Government. Program. Grape. Favorite. Blizzard. Noon. Great. Sport. Rebel. Tropical. Language. Expert. Nervous. Starve. Forage. Forage. Silence. Scammer. Scamper. Hurry. Moccasin.
Okay. Can you go back to number 10?
Rumble.
Good. Number 16.
Forage.
Oh, I'm sorry, number 18.
Scamper.
All right. All the way.
Oh yeah, number 16 is my spelling words.
Is it? Okay, cool. Let's go that way.
Lizard. Double. Scartle. Helmet. Dusk. Bandit. Oil. Aloe. Choice. Furniture. Century. Kindergarten. Entrance. Dentist. Calvarian. Blister. Stumble. Doors. Attached. Rehearsed. Traced. Trace.
Okay, go all the way back to number 3. Are they getting harder for you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Scarlet.
Good. Number 7.
LA.
9.
Furnish.
Good. 14.
Scalpelin.
16.
16. Stumble.
17.
Doors. Door. Doorsy.
Okay. 18.
Attack.
19.
Rehearse.
Good. 20.
Trace.
Okay, you're almost there. You're doing excellent. Can you go to the next list?
Build. Compliment.
Good.
Whisper. Marriage. Frisky. No, freaky. Steal. Seam.
Good.
Backward. Location. Nightmare. Gently. Employee. What no? Employee. Broadcast. Kindle. Kennel. Tulip. Sanction. Friction. Cushion. Concussion. Cushion. Radio. Harmonica. Define it. Yacht.
Okay, number 1. Number 1. All the way back up here. Tell me what you see there.
Build.
Okay, number 2.
Or bled.
Number 2.
Complenishment.
Okay. Number 3.
Whimper.
Good. Number 5.
Frisky.
Good. How about number 14?
Plump.
Okay. 15.
Saxophone.
16.
Crushing.
Good. 17.
Radio. Defined.
And 20.
Yeah.
You know why those words are so difficult?
Why?
They're 6th grade words. You did awesome. You did so well. Nice job. Predict.
On probably a bear hungry looking for food.
Good.
The bees had been making honey all day long. At night it was cold and damp. I had slept well until I heard the loud noise near my window. It sounded as if someone were trying to break into my cabin. I was moved from my cot. I could see something black standing near the window. I frightened and knocked on the window. Very slowly, a quiet and great shadow moved back and went away. The next day, we found bear tracks. The bear had come for honey that the bees were making in the attic of the cabin.
Excellent. Okay. What's the story about?
A bear was hungry. He want some honey. He heard the sound of bees making honey for a long time.
Okay.
And then he heard in the cabin attic.
Good.
Someone went over and knocked on the window. Frightened, a black shadow came and went off. And then they found bear tracks in the woods.
Okay. What had the bees been doing during the day?
What have they been doing the day?
Yeah.
On making honey.
Okay. Where were the bees making honey?
In the attic. Cabin attic.
Great. Who or what woke the person in this story?
The bear.
What was near the window?
A shadow. Black shadow.
What was found the next day?
Bear tracks.
How did the person probably feel the next day?
Scared.
Why do you say that?
Because he saw bear tracks.
Why do you think the bear walked away?
Because the bear's frightened that he might hurt the bear.
What might you do to keep the bear away?
On torches,
Torches?
like the fires.
Okay. What is an attic?
An attic is a big place where it's upstairs, where the roof stops, like this.
Okay.
That's what. That's
What's
an
its purpose?
on the purpose
Mhm.
of the story
Of the attic.
on that had bees in it.
Okay.
And honey.
Okay. Can you read the
Fire.
title?
Fire and animals.
Good. Fire and animals. What do you suppose it's about? Predict for me.
About animals.
Okay. Okay, those are the characters. What else do you think?
And fire. Probably.
Can you expand on that?
No.
What do you suppose might happen?
Maybe like a forest might catch on fire and the animals probably have to find a new home.
Okay. It's a pretty good prediction. All right, I am going to time you. You can read at your comfortable pace, and I'm going to ask you questions, and I'm going to ask you to retell when you're finished.
Okay.
Okay? All right, ready? You may begin.
The summer was dry one. Usually for this area, trees and bushes in the forest wilted and died. One afternoon, a storm came to the forest. Thunder was heard and lightning was seen. Then it began to rain. A spark touched the leaf and fire began. The fire spread quickly. The animals warned each other as they hurried to escape the flames. As the fire came closer, trees fell to the ground. Their branches were yellow, orange, and red. The smoke was thick that animals could hardly breathe. Many couldn't escape the danger of the flames.
Very nice job. Excellent. Read that pretty quickly. All right. Now I get to ask you some questions. Tell me what the story is about.
Animals trying to escape from fire.
What did the animals try to do?
Escape from the fire and warn every animal as they hurried.
Good. You got both responses. What was unusual about this summer?
On the summer,
Mhm.
that it was raining, thunder, and it hit a leaf, and then it just started catching fire.
Okay. What was heard and seen in the woods before the fire began?
Thunder and rain. Rain first, then thunder.
Okay. What colors were the burning trees?
Yellow, orange, spread.
Excellent. Why was it difficult for the animals to breathe?
Because all this thick smoke.
Why do you think the fire spread quickly?
Because the fire spread quickly.
Why?
Because it might be like this
Okay, what do you mean by that? Use words.
on like green.
Okay. What probably started the fire?
The thunder.
What problems do you think the animals that survived the fire might have?
Breathing problems.
Okay. What about future problems?
Find another home.
Okay. What does escape mean?
Escape means like get out.
Great. Okay, now I want you to do me a favor and I want you to retell it to me in your words.
On that one afternoon that everything was fine, then it started to rain, then thunder hit a leaf, smoke began, then fire came, and it spread fast.
Okay.
And then the animals had tried to hurry fast and tell the other animals, but the other animals couldn't escape.
Okay. Good job. All right. Let's go to. Can you tell me what
The
that
mystery.
title is? The mystery. Sounds interesting, doesn't it? Okay. What do you think it's about?
I have no clue. A mystery, I guess.
Take a guess. What kind of mystery?
Like someone's missing something.
Okay, that would certainly be a mystery. Okay. Ready?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Everyone turned to stare as the black hooded figure whizzed by the skateboard. It was a mystery because no one knew who a talented person was. Ken saw the skateboard slide down the library railing and disappear into the alley. Nita followed the person from school and watched as Curb was jumping and a 360-degree turn was completed with ease. One day, Ken noticed a skateboard and a black hooded jacket next to Rose's house. He also saw a library book called Skateboard Tips in her desk at school. Ken had solved the mystery.
Good. Alrighty. What's the story about?
Who was the black hooded person with the skateboard?
Good. What did the mystery person look like?
His face was all covered up. He had a black jacket.
Why was this person such a mystery?
To find out who it was.
Okay. Who saw the skateboarder?
Ken.
Okay. What kind of stunts did the mystery person do?
Go on a railing.
Okay.
Go on the wall and disappeared.
Okay. Anything else?
No.
Who solves a mystery? Take a guess if you're not sure.
Nada.
Okay. Who was the mystery person?
I know it was Nada, but Nada, I believe.
Okay. How did Ken solve the mystery?
He saw a black jacket and a book called Skateboard Tips
Good.
in her front yard.
Good recall. If you were Ken, how might you have solved the mystery differently?
I would just probably ask the person,
What would you ask them?
who are you?
What does talented mean?
Unskilled.
Good word. Alrighty, very nice job. Alright, let's try one more, okay?
Keep your distance.
Yeah, what do you think that's going to be about?
Like balance. Keep your balance.
Okay, possibly. I'm kind of curious to see myself. Okay, ready? Begin.
Wellwood was considered to thought through Guy at Andrew's school. Everybody called him Woody. They didn't dare call him by his full name because that riled him. He was closely in size from far away. Wellwood looked like Mr. Wilson, a teacher, but the moment you saw Wellwood's shoes and faded, torn jeans, you knew it could be only be Elwood. He felt inferior because of his clothing, so he tried to make up for it by scolding people with his rude behavior, and thoughtness. Elwood didn't have many friends except for Bob, who lived in the same old apartment building
Very good. Okay, what's the story about?
on someone named Elwood that has bad behavior, rude, and that has ripped clothes.
Good. What was Elwood considered?
Woody.
What school did he attend?
Alma School?
Say it again.
Alma School?
Okay. What did Elwood look like?
He had ripped jeans. Looked like Mr. Wilson.
Okay. What did everybody call him?
Woody.
How did Elwood shock people?
By being rude.
Okay. How do you think he got the name Woody?
And because his other name, the other name for him is Wood, so Elwood, so they just call him Woody.
Okay. Why do you think Bob was Woody's friend?
Because he probably were friends, because they're probably at the old apartment, old building.
Would you be Woody's friend if you went to Anderson School?
I would be everybody's friend,
Why?
just to be nice. Friends are
What does riled mean?
old. Mean?
Nice job. Okay, can you retell the story in your words?
There's a new kid called Woody coming to Alma School, and he was rude, mean to other people, and he had no friends except Bob,
Okay.
and he had ripped pants.
Very good. Now I'm going to ask you to read it silently in your brain. And then I'm going to ask you the same types of questions, but you're going to be reading silently. So we're going to go all the way back to these next stories back here. Okay. What's that story?
Song.
Cricket song. Predict for me.
Me crickets singing a song
Okay.
at night.
Okay. Now, as soon as you finish with this story, I want you to look straight up at me, and that's when I'll stop the clock, because I am going to time this read too, okay?
Mhm.
Sometimes we read at different rates. Sometimes we read faster when we read aloud. Sometimes we read slower. And I'm going to see how you read silently, okay? So as soon as you're finished, you look straight up at me. Got it?
Mhm.
Okay. Good. Alrighty. Find and read out loud the sentence that tells why the cricket is hard to see.
This is it. It can be as small as the nail on my thumb.
Excellent. All right. What is the story about?
Cricket singing a song, and someone waking up from the song.
When does this story take place?
At night,
Good. Why can't the person in the story sleep?
because all the crickets are like,
Good. How does the cricket make its sound?
its wings rubbing against it.
Good. What type of cricket makes this sound?
A male.
Why was the cricket difficult to find?
Because it was small as a nail on someone's thumb.
Okay. Why might only the male make this sound?
Never saw it before.
It's okay.
I have no idea.
Infer.
Probably the female probably has to get food,
Okay.
find food or a home.
Okay. Why might some people think crickets bring them luck?
Because that's probably how they sleep.
How do you think you would feel if a cricket kept you awake?
I would stomp every single one
Why?
because I don't want to fall asleep for school or in the summer.
What does nail mean in this story?
Nail,
Mm-hmm.
like a nail that you hit in the, like a nail that you make out of wood. That you make a house out of with nails and wood.
What do you see there?
A spider friend.
Good. Can you make a prediction?
Probably a human has a spider that's a friend.
Okay. This is a silent read, so as soon as you're finished, you look up at me.
Good.
Okay? Ready? Find and read out loud the sentence that tells what baby spiders do in the spring. Thank you.
Baby spiders in the spring.
This one you can look at it.
Oh,
It says find and read out loud what they do in the spring.
when spring comes, they leave their nest.
Good. Now you have it. What's the story about?
On the spiders, how they live.
What did the spider do first in this story?
They talked about how many eggs the mother male will lay in the fall.
How many legs does a spider have?
8
When do mother spiders lay their eggs?
in fall.
How many eggs does a mother
500.
spider lay? When do baby spiders leave their nest?
In spring.
Where do most spiders probably find their food?
In the woods.
What happens to weak baby spiders?
They die
Why do you think some people are afraid of spiders?
because some spiders are probably poisonous. Or they think they're just creepy.
What are crops?
Crops are food.
Tell me more.
Like, crops are corn, lettuce, green beans, potatoes, sweet potatoes.
What's that say over there?
The plant world.
All right. Can you predict what's going to happen?
There's a world that has a lot of plants, probably Mother Earth.
It's a good prediction. All right. This is one of those ones that you get to read silently, and then I'll ask you the questions when you're finished, okay?
Okay.
All right. You may begin. Ready? Great. Find and read out loud the sentence that tells how to see very small plants.
A microscope.
Find the sentence that says that. Find and read out loud.
These plants can only be seen with a microscope.
Excellent. What is the passage about?
Plants.
How many plants are there?
Over 3,000.
Okay.
Over 30,000.
How small can plants be?
Tiny as a small as a period.
What do most plants have?
Stems and leaves.
According to the passage, where can plants live?
Around the environment.
What is used to see small plants?
A microscope.
Name some plants that would probably live longer than most animals.
Trees. Sunflowers. pine trees,
Pine trees? I'm sorry, I thought you were finished.
and I can't see it. It has like oak trees.
Oak trees. Okay. What might make a person interested in studying plants?
On about what makes like a person, they probably love plants. Know about plants.
What do you think will happen if all the plants died?
We would have no oxygen
Why?
because carbon dioxide comes out of the plant, and oxygen comes in us, and out comes us, and it keeps on changing. They give us air and we give them back. It's to mix up.
Okay. What's a microscope?
A microscope is a small thing that you can see very tiny.
Alrighty, I'm going to have you read one more. Predict.
Flight
Not much to go on, huh?
on flight. You probably go on a plane, a helicopter. You probably on something. Oh, it's parachuting
Oh,
off cliffs.
what is this passage about? Close it up.
It's probably the first thing you may notice about a plane is the wings that stick out on either side of its long body. That's it.
Okay. What is this passage about?
Planes. About planes.
What kind of engines do most airplanes have today?
Jet engines.
How were older planes moved through the air?
Probably with bigger and with stronger engines.
In what year did the Wright brothers fly?
1903.
According to this passage, how long does it take for people to fly around the world?
A couple days, weeks.
According to the passage, how often do airplanes take off and land from major airports?
No. I have no clue.
Want to take a guess?
Can you read the sentence again?
Sure. According to the passage, how often do airplanes take off and land from major airports?
I have no clue.
No guess? Okay. What probably makes it possible for planes to stay in the air?
The wings. How they're built.
How do you think the Wright brothers felt after the first flight?
Scared.
Why?
They probably might crash.
Do you think jet airplanes have changed our lives for the better?
Can you please read it again?
Sure. Do you think jet airplanes have changed our lives for the better?
No.
Why not?
Because if there's an emergency somewhere and there's a war, it would be longer to take it with a regular plane than a jet. Because jets are light lighter than others.
Okay. What is a destination? Take a guess.
How do they what?
What's a destination?
It's a destination. Probably a destiny, like you can make it.
Okay. When I say listening comprehension, you get to listen and answer the questions. Cool?
Okay.
Alrighty. Start with that one.
Which one?
This one.
Okay.
Okay. Zoo work. Can you predict what you think this might be about?
This one's working at the zoo. Someone works at the zoo.
All right. I'm going to read it to you, and then you're going to answer the comprehension questions that go with it. Okay? Pretty easy. Alrighty. Bob works at the zoo. He takes care of all kinds of animals. The animals are brought to the zoo from all over the world. Bob gives hay to the elephants. He feeds raw meat to the lions and fresh fish to the seals. He knows just what to give every animal. Each day, Bob washes the cages in the zoo. When an animal gets sick, Bob takes it to the zoo doctor. He will make it well. Bob keeps the zoo keys. When the people go home, Bob locks the gate to the zoo. Then he can go home. What's the story about?
That someone works at the zoo, and he knows what things he has to, feed them, wash their cages, and what to do if they're sick.
Okay, very good. What does Bob do?
He feeds the animals. He locks, after the people go home, he locks the gate to the zoo. He feeds the animals, washes their cages. Take them to the animal doctor if they're sick.
All right. Where do the animals come from?
The zoo. I mean, they're in. I think in Africa.
Okay.
It's.
Are you thinking anywhere else?
It's a rainforest, and I'm only thinking rainforest and Africa. Because lions from Africa. Lions are also in the. Yeah, I would think it's Africa.
Okay. What did Bob feed the seals, and what did he feed the lions?
He fed them fresh fish,
Okay.
fresh meat. Yes.
Who takes care of sick animals?
The animal doctor.
What does Bob do when the people go home?
He locks the gate to the zoo.
How does Bob know what to feed the animals?
He just remembers.
Why do you think Bob works at the zoo?
He probably likes it there.
Why do you think Bob locks the gate to the zoo?
Because he has the keys.
What is raw meat?
Raw meat is meat that is not cooked.
Alrighty. Let's go on to the next one. Alrighty. The pet shop. Can you predict something that's going to happen in this story?
Someone probably works at the pet shop. Someone buys a pet there. Probably animals get loose.
Maria really wanted a little dog. One day she went with her parents to the pet shop. They looked at the they looked at the fish, turtles, parrots, and many kinds of dogs. Maria and her parents saw one nice puppy that acted very lively. It looked like a small bouncing black ball of fur. The puppy was a fluffy black poodle. It jumped around in its cage. When Maria petted the puppy, it sat up and begged. Maria and her parents laughed because the poodle looked so cute. They decided to buy the poodle, and after all, who could resist such a nice dog? What is the story about?
Maria buying a dog.
Where did Maria and her parents go?
To the pet shop.
What did Maria and her parents see?
Fish, turtles. I can't say their name. It's a type of bird, a parrot, and then lots of dogs.
Great. What did the poodle look like?
The poodle looked like black fur. It was puffy,
Okay.
cute.
What did the poodle do when Maria petted it?
It sat down and begged
Good. Why did Maria and her parents laugh?
because it was so cute.
Why do you think Maria and her parents chose the poodle?
They probably liked it. Cute.
Why do you think Maria wanted a dog?
She probably wanted a new pet.
What do you think they will do with the dog once they get it home?
Feed it. Play with it.
What does bouncing mean?
Like it jumps. It just hops.
Excellent. Ready for the next one?
Yeah.
Alrighty. Soccer game. What do you think?
That someone goes to a soccer game. Or someone is at a soccer game.
Someone goes or someone is at?
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go. There were only 2 minutes to go in the big soccer game between the Jets and the Bombers. The score was tied. The ball was in the Jets' area, dangerously close to their goal. Rosa, a Jets halfback, ran for the ball. She got to the ball and exploded with a kick. The ball went sailing over the midline into Bomber territory. With a yell, Kim got the ball and dribbled hard for the Bomber goal. There was no time for a mistake. The shot must be true. Kim faked right, then Kim kicked left and scored as the game ended. What's the story about?
That there's a soccer game, there's 2 more minutes to get tied. And then finally, one of the Bombers kick it. One of the people on the Bomber team kicks it really hard and it just hits the goal as the game ended.
Good. How much time was left in the game?
2 minutes.
What was the score near the end of the game?
5-4.
What was the name of the team Rosa was on?
Bombers.
What position did Rosa play?
The back. Somewhere in the back.
Who scored the final goal of the game?
I know it's one of the people in the Bomber. It's. I have no clue.
Take a guess.
Probably Maria.
Which team lost the game?
The Jets.
Why was there no time for a mistake when Kim got the ball?
Because it was a game time and there was only like 10 seconds left.
If you were the coach, what would you tell your players to do with 2 minutes to go in the game?
Play hard. Do your best.
Okay. What does sailing mean in this story?
Like, it goes really fast.